Hi.
Hey.
Welcome back, everybody.
We're running late like always. You should know.
Rebecca had to eat.
I had to eat.
What happened? What are you gonna do?
I just stopped at Chipotle.
So how's it going, everyone?
How are you guys tonight? By the way, Hannah made those fucking cupcakes.
What cupcakes?
The ones that she posted on like page. The fried chicken with mashed
Oh
potatoes.
shit, for real?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Those things are crazy.
It looks so fucking
This
good.
is like fried chicken on top, right?
Yeah, it's like fried chicken and like a mashed potato icing.
Cornbread.
Cornbread, cake, and then stuffed with mac and cheese.
Ugh.
With like a drizzle of gravy. Which is everything for me.
So the pre-show, if I'm remembering correctly, is about things that you want to make but are kind of afraid to make. Right? Mm-hmm. So, what do you think? Is there anything that like you want to make, but you're just like
I'm like terrified of making it because I feel like I'm gonna fuck it up. My grandmother's flan.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm not good at like baking things.
Right.
And I feel like the whole like putting it in a water bath in the oven kind of thing and like all that's, I feel like I would fuck it up and it would come out all curdled.
You know what the key to that is?
What?
You put it in the oven, then you fill it up. That way you don't have to move the water bath. Because it sucks trying to move like a water bath with shit in it because you're like spilling it. Put it all in, then fill it with the hot water, and then just kind of pull the rack out when you're done and just take the thing out and leave the water in there.
Okay.
Don't fuck with the water because you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, so I'm just worried it would be just curdled and gross and not flan. Like.
Well, flan's very forgiving, but I could totally see like that's a hard thing if you've never made one.
Especially because like you also, before you pour the custard in, you have to make like a caramel, I guess, or like you have to melt sugar and you put it in the bottom of the bowl.
Yes. And
that also scares me because like hot sugar makes me scared.
Yeah, because that's like napalm.
Yeah.
Because you get that shit on you, it will burn.
You will die.
Yeah. I don't know. There's like the stuff that I'm sort of scared of making is either unbelievably complicated or something I know that I can do but is going to take
forever.
5 days to make. You know what I mean?
Flan. Yes.
Flan, yeah.
I'm talking about flan.
I like there's foie gras, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's like a foie gras torchon that you gotta open this foie up and take veins out, and then you basically shape it into like a log with other stuff, and you gotta soak it in Madeira or some other sort of spirit, and then you wrap it into like a log, and then you poach it and stuff, and then you gotta cool it down, and that's the stuff that you get in the rounds. You know what I mean? Have you ever had foie in round form?
No, but I've seen it.
Yeah. So like I've always wanted to make that, but it always just seems so like kind of daunting and just like I'd rather get a lobe of foie and just cut it and cook it.
Yeah.
But I do like it's very spreadable. That's the good thing about that. So
a nice spreadable foie.
And then I have like cookbooks. Like I have the Bouchon cookbook by Thomas Keller, and every fucking recipe in that is like, the dish itself is a little plate, but every ingredient has 14 ingredients in it. You know what I mean? Because it's a restaurant cookbook.
Right.
That is very high end, where they put a lot of work into one little dish. Right, and that's why everything's $100, like per thing or whatever.
Oh, look, Hannah's watching. Hannah, we talked about your cupcakes already.
Yeah, it looked really good.
John's address is, if you'd like to bring cupcakes.
Hit me up in MDMs. What do you guys got? What are you intimidated by culinarily?
Yeah.
One person did say on the original post that they were scared. Nothing really scared him. It was just a time crunch thing, which I know his cooking ability, and he's a little ahead of himself with that.
Let's see what we got.
Jerry's like, yeah, I feel like I can cook everything, But it's not gonna. Yeah, it's just gonna take long, homie. I've never seen you cook a goddamn thing.
Rude.
Dude, fucking Rebecca Madriaga's watching.
Yeah, I am.
That's cool.
I accidentally clicked the wrong thing.
Hi, Rebecca.
Hey.
Wait, what? It's like Inception.
Paul posted a picture of the 11 Madison Park
book
and said about this whole book.
Yeah, same thing. It's the same thing as the Bouchon cookbook. Because everything's a zillion fucking ingredients for one particle of the recipe.
Voss said the two that come to mind are mole sauce and a Danish pastry / croissant. Lucinda said pork and sauerkraut. Yes, it's an easy dish, but will it taste as good as how Mom makes it?
Oh, well, see, that goes back to your flan thing. Right.
If it tastes as good.
But see, you gotta start somewhere. It's never gonna taste the way you think it's gonna taste when you first do it. It's just, you gotta start doing it.
Right. Gotta do the damn thing.
Rebecca, Lucinda, do it. It's not gonna taste exactly the same, but then you'll know from trying it where you need to switch.
Edit things.
Yeah, where I need a little bit more salt here, a little bit more vinegar there, that kind of thing.
I used to be, mole is terrifying.
Yeah.
Mole. What's it? I used to actually be afraid to make my grandmother's chicken noodle soup because hers has such a distinct flavor to it.
Did you figure out what the distinct flavor was?
I did.
What was it?
She puts a half of a red pepper in it.
Oh, weird.
and then takes it out. But it gives it a flavor
yeah,
that's really fucking good.
There's something...
She also uses adobo seasoning in it too because we are Spanish as fuck. Latina
that's
as
cool.
fuck.
Curious about steak tartare.
Ooh, somebody just posted a thing about steak tartare in the group. You should go check that out.
Steak tartare, buy a very expensive steak that you know is quality, chop it up, add an egg, ketchup, and other stuff. Like,
no, thank you.
It's really good.
Yeah, I bet it is. Paul said, I also
mustard
hate...
too.
Yeah, I bet.
You mix the mustard.
Oh, yeah. I also hate the idea of baking anything that isn't bread. I hate the idea of baking bread.
That goes back to Voss's thing with the croissant.
Danish pastry
like,
croissant.
doing croissant is exhausting.
Buy the Pillsbury tube.
No. If you want to make croissant just to understand the process, that's great because you'll do it once. I made it a bunch of times in culinary school. Mm-hmm. I'll never make croissant outside of the culinary school ever. Because the layering and the... I mean, I'll probably do it one day just for shits and giggles.
Right.
But it's literally like you make a dough, you slather it with melted butter, you fold it and you fold it and you fold it, you put it in the fridge and you let it sit for 30 minutes. You pull it out, you roll it, and then you fold it and you fold it and you fold it, and you do that 4 or 5 times. Mm-hmm. So then you're already at like 4 or 5 hours just of folding time. Then you roll it out and then you make all the shapes and stuff.
Oh god, that sounds
annoying.
Yeah,
it's exhausting.
My baking is limited to cheesecake, full stop. The exact measurements of real baking go against all my quote-unquote add to taste instincts. Yeah, I think that's a big thing for people because baking is so precise.
But see, that's also kind of bullshit because that's why baking's easier. Because if you have a scale and you have a really well planned out recipe, it's bang, 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 bang.
I guess. You need to press C more.
Yeah.
Okay. Boop, boop, bop. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, I like bread because I've been doing it for forever. So I don't measure. I just do it by feel. Fuck measuring.
No. Measuring's amazing. Measuring is what makes baking. Measuring is important. Like, that's why your bread is terrible, Paul. I'm just going to go out there and say it.
Paul, can you send me a loaf of bread, please? I haven't eaten bread in a long time, but I'd like some bread.
But yeah, like, there's a lot of baking stuff that I'm just like, I did it once in culinary school and never again. Like, gâteaux and shit like that. Actually, gâteaux are easy, but then there's
you made cats?
There's like there's like cakes which are gâteaux, that are then wrapped in like sponge cakes and shit, like, you know.
Sounds French.
Very French.
Muy French. Maybe it's my fear of being bound to rules.
Ooh, edgelord.
Rebellious! Cheese making is a bit scary.
Cheese making is very scary. It also depends on if you're like trying to do an aged cheese or a fresh cheese. Fresh cheese is literally like if you want to make like an easy fresh cheese, just get whole milk, heat it to 200 degrees, add lemon juice and salt, and then just whisk it, and it separates, and then you put it in cheesecloth, and you got cheese.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to start at step 1 and then be very slow about it.
Vitamin D milk.
Okay.
200 degrees.
Well, slow down.
Cook it to 200 degrees.
Uh-huh.
Turn the heat off.
Uh-huh.
Add lemon juice and salt.
Uh-huh.
Whisk it.
Uh-huh.
It will then separate. Then you strain it in a cheesecloth. Farmer's cheese.
Interesting.
It's like cottage cheese. It's like cottage cheese.
Oh.
Yeah, it's really easy. Or you can buy rennet, which is another, like, that's just another step up, you know.
Farmer's cheese all day. 3 edgy, 5 me. Yeah. Same. It's my aesthetic.
There are like big, like a whole, like a suckling pig is something that I'm trying to edge myself up to.
Edgelord your way up.
Yeah, edgelord my way up to. Just because that's a very daunting thing, because that's an all-day cook.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's, you put that fucking thing...
I put stuff in a crock pot and it just, oh god, it takes forever.
But you know what I mean? Like, putting it on a grill and keeping the temperature at a constant temperature all day without any fluctuations.
Right.
We'll get into my pig's heads later.
Yeah.
Because we never talked about that, right?
No, we haven't.
That was after
and I have
our
so many
last
things
episode.
about San Francisco.
Good. Because it's going to be a short episode
We're
that will take
bullshit a lot
an
for
hour
you
and a
guys.
half. It's going to be a lot of bullshit.
Talk about myself.
And then also, I was like, I put the episode together last night because we were supposed to have guests today. They're going to be on next week. But then all of a sudden I was like, oh my god! Like, I don't have anything. Yeah.
I'm also petrified of trying to duplicate my mom's recipe. I can never get it right. Don't be afraid.
Right.
Just do it.
If your mom is still around, invite her over the house, make her the thing. She'll give you advice. Yeah. She's made it.
Right.
I've made all kind of... And by the way, that's how you get your mother's recipes. Like, there's all kind of shit that I made for my mom. I'm like, how's that taste? Do you remember how, like... And she's like, oh, yeah, you need this. And I'm like, why didn't you fucking tell me about that? I forgot.
I've sat down with my grandmother before,
yeah.
and I'm just like, tell me how you make this.
Right.
And she just tells me off the top of her head at a solid 92 years old. It's just like, this is what I did, this is what I did, put this and this and that and that and that.
Well, but the thing with cooks like your grandmother,
yeah,
that the thing that can't be taught is feel. Like making like empanadas and stuff. Like, she can feel the dough and know when it's perfect.
Right.
You know
but
what I mean?
I've felt that dough before.
Right. But that's also you got to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
To be able to feel it.
And my favorite thing is when she says a cup, she means you fill up a coffee cup.
Right.
With water. So, because she doesn't
awesome.
have a measuring cup, she just uses a coffee cup.
That's fucking great.
And I'm like literally no measuring things in her kitchen. She has like a couple of small things, but like nothing. Everything is just by like, oh, it looks fine.
Yeah.
And she like puts it in like a little cup or a couple. When she says a teaspoon, she uses an actual teaspoon.
Sure. Yeah. There are ethnic cuisines that I'm terrified of. Like, I have the Pok Pok cookbook upstairs, and that's all like.
Or have her make it and take notes, ask questions. Right. Yeah, it's all you got to learn from the master.
The Pok Pok cookbook's like all Thai food.
Yeah.
And it's one, I'd have to buy a bunch of ingredients that that I just don't have.
Right.
And then each, you know, and it's another thing. It's like, it has this sauce, but this sauce has 15 ingredients in it. And there's like 2 or 3 of those per recipe.
I nailed down her cabbage rolls, and I felt like I just conquered Everest.
Right.
Hell yeah.
But that's great. Like, being able to do that kind of thing. Like, I remember I figured out, like, sort of the key to my mother's tuna noodle casserole.
Toodle!
Right? But I was trying to back engineer it so I didn't have to put in like condensed cream of mushroom soup.
Yeah.
But yeah, that stuff's great. That's why we cook, right? Because it brings
It makes
memories.
us happy.
But yeah, Thai. Yeah, no, me too, man. Like, fucking Thai. Oof.
Fucking Thai.
Fucking Thai. You like Thai?
I like Thai.
I like shirt.
I like pants.
I love lamp.
Loud noises. I don't know what we're yelling about. Should we start this?
Anybody else? Anybody got anything that they want to make? Nothing? Otherwise, we're going to do the thing.
Doing the thing.
Now, look. When we start this fucking thing, I don't want to hear any more shit. 'Cause we start the goddamn episode and then everybody's like, there's a thing I forgot about!
I have to find what these fucking are called.
Haggis. Yeah.
Haggis.
I would love to make haggis.
Would you?
Fuck yeah. It's the hard part's finding a sheep stomach. Yeah, Thai food again. Thai food's like impossible.
Homie, just go to the fair and slaughter a sheep. Get its stomach. You know what I mean?
Hello? Check.
Check.
Nope.
Check.
Where are you at?
Hello.
There we go. Crosby turned the mic off.
Hello.
You started dabbing in Thai and it's more different than you thought? Yeah.
I started dabbing.
I was... Yeah. I'm embarrassed we even did that.
Yeah, I hate myself. I kind of want to punch myself in the face.
Yeah, like the Thai book that I got, Pok, same thing. Like, just looking through the recipes, I'm just like... I gotta buy a whole new fucking cabinet to fill with all the stuff.
So much stuff.
All right. You ready?
Here we go. Oh, I'm always ready. Guess who's back, bitches?
Don't fuck up.
What?
Don't fuck yourself.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Welcome to the Rude Cooking School podcast. My name is John Hauser III, and with me is the ever trying and never succeeding...
That's rude. I try and succeed sometimes.
with recipes.
I succeed like 85% of the time.
The ever not succeeding and always trying.
That's
The
same
always
thing.
not trying, but sometimes succeeding.
Rebecca Madriaga!
Hey! Welcome back, homie. How's it going?
It's going great.
Yeah.
I went to gay heaven.
Yeah?
Yeah. Yo, San Francisco is fantastic.
I've heard.
Yeah,
I have some friends that live there.
It's also like 5 degrees there all the time, which
Yeah.
is homophobic. But it's fine. We're not.
Was it for real cold?
Yeah, it was fucking freezing.
Really?
Yeah.
That's weird.
We went out because one of my favorite RuPaul's Drag Race queens was performing one of the nights we were there. And like I had this whole outfit planned of like wearing a tank top with my vest.
Sure.
And it was like 5 degrees, and I was like, I'm just gonna have to freeze for the aesthetic. And I did. I did just that.
Good job.
Thank you.
Way to stay on brand.
I did stay on brand. It was great. Fantastic.
That's great.
But yeah, no, it was a great trip. We had a great time. We had a lot of food.
Yeah.
Well, we had our first In-N-Out experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you go both ways?
I didn't really like it. It was shitty.
I
never eaten there.
Yes.
I hope this is controversial because I don't give a shit. The fries were limp.
When I was leaving LA one very blurry morning years ago, we had In-N-Out Burger, and it tastes like fucking shitty fast food.
I'd rather eat Five Guys.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean, yeah, no
Absolutely.
doubt. No doubt. Yeah.
But people act like it's this big thing. The only good thing about it is like
What's
the
the
whole
secret?
restaurant
It's
is
the
aesthetically
secret.
pleasing.
It's the secret menu part too. You know, you can order different things and mix and
You
match.
get fucking cheese on your fries that are limp.
Yeah.
That's why people get cheese on the fries, because they're not fucking crispy. They're not good. And then we discovered that there's like Bible verses on the bottom of their cups.
What? Oh.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Right?
Mm-mm.
Kate like picked up the cup, and I don't know why she was looking at the bottom, but it was like John 3:16, and I was like, what?
No, it's John 6:11. That's my birthday.
Oh right.
Yeah, not 3:16.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad. But yeah, I was like, what the fuck? So then we looked it up, and like, they've been doing it since the 80s.
Rainbow wig guy does it. Everybody does John 3:16.
Yeah, but Rainbow wig guy was crazy.
Oh, everybody who puts up John 3:16 in a fucking sports thing is crazy.
Tim Tebow, John
crazy.
3:16.
Crazy.
When he played football, not when he broke his hand playing for the Mets minor league team.
Crazy.
Yeah. But so In-N-Out, it was nothing.
Yeah, no.
Don't fucking go there. Don't waste your money.
Yeah.
Fuck. I mean, it's cute to take pics there.
But that's the whole reason you're like,
you know
pictures.
what? Get a milkshake. The milkshake was actually pretty good.
Okay.
So I'll give them that. It was thick with 2 C's, not 1.
Gotcha.
Let's see. At the airport at BWI, I posted about this. I posted about this.
We're gonna have to do this again, aren't we?
So a month or so ago, I think, was it a month or 2?
Yeah, something like that.
There was some sort of controversy online about this Canadian-based ice cream shop called Sweet Jesus, and religious people were pissed or whatever because it was using their Lord's name in vain or some shit. But they were we were just making it because that's what people exclaim when they eat good things,
Sweet Jesus.
So that's why they called it that. And so, like I said, it's a Toronto-based ice cream company, and they only have 1 U.S. location, and it's at the C terminal at BWI.
That's
Airport.
really weird. It's random as shit,
yeah.
right?
So I had the Red Rapture.
Of course.
Of course. Also, if you go, there's regular size and there's kitty size. Get the kitty size because it's the size of my face.
That was the kitty size?
That was the children's size.
Holy crap.
So it's just soft serve ice cream, and then they put it in pieces of crumbled up cake or crumbled up cookies.
Did you yell out Sweet Jesus?
Yeah.
Sour Satan.
Sour Satan. But yeah, no, it was really good. 10 out of 10 would recommend if you're flying out of the C terminal, Southwest C terminal.
Okay.
Eating in the morning though.
Totally not brunch, by the way.
It was brunch.
It was not brunch.
It was brunch. Anyways, let's see. What else did we get?
By the way, she said when in the picture that she was eating brunch. And
it was brunch.
It was just ice cream. It's not brunch. It's a snack. You ate a snack.
It was a meal.
It's not a meal. It's a snack.
Did you see the size of the ice cream?
It
was a meal.
It's a big snack.
So then, what was it? That was Thursday. We got into California. It was great. Blah blah. We got back a couple hours because Pacific Standard Time.
Mm-hmm.
And we had dinner that night at
Pacific Standard Time.
Specific Standard Spine. Specific. We had dinner at our friend's house, and that was really nice. They made us food. And then we woke up the next morning.
Right.
And it was tour AT&T Park Day. Yay! Because
Okay, gotcha.
It's a giant stadium.
Gotcha.
So we went to this little cafe before we went there called Cafe Lambretta, and I was wearing my Orioles hat and a Brightside Tattoo Shop shirt.
Mm-hmm.
And I walked in, and the guy was like, "Hey, where's Brightside Tattoo Shop?" And I was like, "Oh, it's in Baltimore. That's where I'm from. We're visiting." And he was like, "Oh, no kidding. One of our owners is from Baltimore. He actually just got back. He spends a couple weeks out there every July with his family."
And then I walked in.
Right. And then he was like, "No, it's really great." He was like, "Oh, I wish he was here. He would have loved talking to you guys, because he's a big Orioles fan and blah blah." I was like, "Oh, that's really cool. We're touring the baseball stadium and blah blah." And so we order our coffees and breakfast and stuff, and we go sit down to wait for it to be ready. And he comes over with these 2 little mochi cakes, and he was like, "These are on the house. I knew if so-and-so was here, he would have hooked you guys up.
Oh, that's
from
cool.
Baltimore." And I was like, "Hell yeah.
That's
thank
nice.
you. I really appreciate it." So one was a banana bread kind of tasting one, and then the other one was a pineapple one.
Oh, wow.
It was really good.
Do you like mochi?
I do now. It was really good.
Mochi?
I think it's mochi.
I think it's
That's
mochi
what he
too.
said.
Yeah.
That's what he said. But
No,
yeah,
that's
it was
said.
really cool. I was like, hey, that was really
Yeah,
nice.
that is nice. Free stuff is always nice.
Hell yeah. So shout out to Cafe Lambretta if you're ever in San Francisco.
Yeah.
By AT&T Park.
Shout out.
Go give them your business because they're really nice and kind. Let's see. What other notable places? I don't remember the name of this taco place, but we went and got tacos in Oakland.
Ooh, those look good.
They're really good.
Yeah.
Fish tacos, and I had a steak taco too. That was really good.
Okay.
Let's see. What else did we eat? We went to a little breakfast place. Don't remember the name of it. It was just like I just had eggs and hash browns or whatever, you know. We went to the Buena Vista Winery.
I saw you guys drinking wine.
So that was cool.
Which is always unusual to see you drinking wine.
It was sparkling rosé.
What?
It was sparkling
but
rosé.
But it's still wine.
No, but yeah, so we got a bottle of sparkling rosé and then we got a bottle of regular rosé because it was hot. Because it's hot as fuck, like everywhere in the Bay Area except for San Francisco.
Right.
So like we were like sweating and we were like, well, we need something cold. Mm-hmm. So we got the rosé because we wanted to be fancy white women.
Right.
Of course. So did Greg and Trey.
Wine's for everybody.
Right.
Then don't need to be white women.
Bougie.
Why is wine bougie? Bougie is not. It's not bougie.
But it was.
It's the oldest alcoholic drink in the world.
But it was great. It was delicious, and they have like little snacks for sale there.
Mm-hmm.
So we got like some cheeses and crackers and shit.
What'd you call me?
You're a cracker.
How dare you? It's fucked up.
Cracker.
It's fucked up.
You're a ginger snap.
I can't disagree with that one.
Yeah, right. Let's see. We went to this weird Jack
in the Box.
Jack London, is that the
the author
of it was like a restaurant.
White Fang and shit.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Wait, no, who? Call of the Wild.
Call of the Wild. That's it. Sorry.
Yeah, it was like a restaurant that was themed after him. Because I guess he was a sailor also.
Mm.
But I got this really good like seafood fettuccine alfredo.
Okay.
That was super good. That was delicious.
Cool.
And then we got donuts.
Okay.
At Scott's Donuts.
Were they good?
Yeah, they were really soft.
Okay.
And they were kind of warm, which was nice. Scott's or Scotty's Donuts? I don't know.
Good memory.
Thank you. I wasn't paying attention. I was just living.
Sounds like it.
I was living in the moment.
Yeah.
I remember Cafe Lambretta because those people were like my favorite people.
Because they gave you free shit.
Hell yeah. So, yeah, but we went all over the place. We got little snacks here and there. We tried to go to Fisherman's Wharf, but it was like a fucking hellhole filled with people. And we were like, let's leave. Like, I don't want to be here. But, and then we got Indian food. Our last night there, we ordered Indian food, stayed in, and watched Mrs. Doubtfire.
Nice.
Based in San Francisco.
Hello!
Help is on the way, dear!
It was the drive-by fruity.
But we saw the Mrs. Doubtfire house.
I saw.
Yeah.
Wait, was the other house, did you go by the full
We went
Full
by
House
the
house?
Full House house. Okay, so we saw the painted ladies, which are in the opening credits of Full House. But we went by the actual exterior house from Full House.
Right.
And they fucking repainted it, so I didn't even take a picture. Cause
oh, what was the picture of you guys on the hill? Wasn't that across from the Full House house?
Those are the painted ladies.
Oh, okay.
Those are the ones from the credits, because they're like enjoying a picnic in front of the painted ladies.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, but I mean that's like more iconic than a house that was the outside of the house, but is now repainted. But I was like, y'all gotta repaint that to be the way it was.
Yeah, right.
Like,
nobody gives a shit about your new painted house.
Like, get that shit out. But like the owner of the Full House house apparently is the producer from Full House.
Oh, okay.
And he's turning it into a bed and breakfast.
Yeah. You gotta paint that motherfucker back then, right?
Try and get that Full House money.
Right.
So yeah.
You good?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
San Francisco is cool.
Yeah, I've never been. I want to go. I got a buddy that lives out there.
Or no,
it's San Diego. It's San Diego.
That is very different.
It's way different.
That is very south.
So let's see. Real quick. I made pig's heads.
Uh-huh.
That was a whole thing. So I ordered 2 pig's heads.
Right. We discussed that.
Right. Luckily they were like, yeah, we'll do it. $30 a pop. And I was like, awesome.
Oh yeah. Fuck me up.
Go there on Saturday morning to the farmer's market, and I'm like, here to pick up pig's heads. And he's like, okay, here you go. And he grabs a box, and I'm like, that box is a little small. Maybe they're like suckling pig's heads. And he opens a box, and it's 2 skulls. It's like, wait, what? What the fuck is this? And the guy's like, they're pig's heads. And I was like, yeah, but there's no head. It's just skulls with a little bit of meat.
Yeah.
Like all the important stuff had been taken off.
Yeah.
It had eyes.
Yeah.
But I was like, that's not. He's like, well, this is how we sell them. I'm like, that's not how anybody sells them. He's like, everybody sells them like this.
No,
I was like,
not,
no, like, where are the ears and the nose and the the tongue and all that stuff. And he's just like, I don't know what to tell you. And I was like, well, I know what to tell you. I'm not buying it.
Yeah.
See ya.
Yeah.
So, walked around the farmer's market, like, found a couple places, like there was a hog farm and stuff. Paul's. They're at the Sunday market too.
Okay.
Paul's Hogs. I don't know where they're located.
No, like at the market.
Oh, across from the cheese people.
Okay.
With a big dairy with the truck.
Yeah, I know.
They're across from there.
Yeah, I know. They usually have like two white coolers.
Yeah. And I buy sausage and stuff from them all the time.
Yeah.
And they were like, we can definitely get you one, but it's going to take us a couple weeks. I was like, fuck, okay. So I get in my car and I just immediately text all the people in like our little supper club. I'm like, I don't think this is going to happen. I don't have any heads. And then I get home. I'm just like, fuck, man. And everybody's like, it's okay. We'll just do it next time. We'll figure it out. And then I remembered one place, and I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to do a Hail Mary. And Northeast Market, which is 8 blocks away on the other side of the park.
Uh-huh.
I had seen that there was a butcher up there.
Yeah.
So I called. Dude answered, and I was like, hey, do you have any pig heads? And he's like, yeah. And I went, what, like full pig heads with ears and nose and everything? He goes, yeah. And I went, can I get 2 of them? He's like, man, I got 5 of them. I said, all right, I'm coming straight up. And went up there, and they had fucking pig's heads. And I wish I could remember the name of the place. I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you on the other side. Yeah, just like sitting there with all the people in the market. When they brought those fucking heads out, people were like, what the fuck? Like, yo, what are you getting that for? I'm like, making tacos, man. They're like, tacos? How you making tacos out of heads? I was like, there's a lot of meat in them. So then like people were gathered around.
Yeah.
We're all just bullshitting about the heads. So one head was really, really big. Mm-hmm. And then there was a smaller head. And I was like, can you split that one in half? And they were like, yeah, no problem, man. And took it in the back and... So then 2 halves of heads and a full head. They were frozen. Mm-hmm. So then took them home, put them in a brine to thaw them out. Mm-hmm. And then at night, this is probably like 10 or 11 in the morning at this point. So I let the halves brine. So it's like, salt, sugar, orange peel, pepper. That was pretty much it, right?
Right.
And water, obviously. Mm-hmm. A lot of ice.
Right. So much ice.
Put them in the oven, the halves. So baking, like a turkey baking dish thing, handles and stuff. Roasting pan. Line the whole bottom with shallots, and then put the heads on that, and then just put 2 quarts of chicken stock in there. 200-degree oven. Just let it go overnight. Cooked them for about 12, 13 hours.
Damn.
They were fucking incredible.
That sounds great.
And then we everybody came over and we made, my friend Jenny made fresh flour tortillas. Ooh. She was just making them and we were just fucking filling them up. I made some salsa. I made salsa verde and then salsa roja, and then we just fucking destroyed them. It was so good, dude.
Yeah.
Like, the meat underneath was amazing. The fat that was under the skin. Yeah. Like, I was taking a spoon and just scooping the fucking fat out and adding a little salt, and everybody was just taking spoonfuls of fat because it was so like, you know what I mean? It wasn't hard. Yeah. It was like gelatinous. Like when you touched it, it moved like Jello, because it had cooked so long that like a lot of the fat had sort of rendered out, like the oily stuff, but there was like a lot of collagen still left in it. Right. So it had like a body to it, and then when you put it in your mouth, it just melted, fucking like magic. And yeah, so many different weird, like the cheeks were amazing. The meat behind the heads where it's cut is basically bacon because that's back. Yeah. So it was like striated like bacon, so that stuff was like just fucking incredible. Oh, it was so good.
Yeah, it sounds great.
Yeah, you missed out.
I know. Yeah, like, cause like Matt and I were gonna come down, and then we had painted our friend's house earlier that day, and we were just like dead.
Yeah, I know.
We got home, we showered, and we sat on the couch, and I was like, I don't want to fucking get up.
Yeah.
And he was like, do you want to just order Chinese food?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah.
Jeremy brought this big thing of fucking beans, and they were amazing.
Yeah.
It was really good.
They weren't maize, they were beans.
Yes. They were beansing. So the other head, I put that on at 9 a.m. Sunday.
Uh-huh.
I cooked that for 12 hours and it still didn't finish.
Jesus.
I like had it on the grill offset, but it rained all fucking day.
Yeah.
So like the temperature was fluctuating so much, and I was trying to keep it at like 275.
Right.
Like I had it at 200 for a while, and I was like, this is never gonna work. So I think what had happened was that head had not thoroughly thawed.
Yeah.
So the next day, Crosby wasn't feeling great, and I was just exhausted, so I just took off work.
Mm-hmm.
And we just hung out all day, and I just put the whole head in the oven and finished that. And then Sunday, I finally took that head apart.
Sunday.
Yeah, I had the head in my fridge after I'd cooked it for another, 6 or 7 hours to get it up to the temperature that internally I needed it to be. So then I let it sit for, at that point, another 5 days in the fridge. But it was smoked and everything. Like there was nothing penetrating that. That was bad. And then just clipped it apart and took all the stuff off. And I was like, oh, here's the skull. And then I was like, I don't need a skull just hanging out in this motherfucker. I just tossed it. But like, okay, so just in that head, I got almost close to 8 pounds of meat out of it.
Holy shit.
Yeah. So what I'd done was I took all the meat out, put it in a thing, and then I cryovac'd just bags of meat.
Yeah.
So like, I kind of put some of the weirder pieces together for soup, some of the more meatier pieces for tacos. Like tried to, in the tongue with the taco pieces and stuff. But yeah, dude, the amount of textures and flavors out of just a fucking pig's head was mind-blowing. Yeah. Everybody was just like, oh my god.
Yeah.
And then Jenny, so I did the first half of the head. And Jenny, I could see her, she's like, eh? And when I grabbed the other one, I was like, Jenny, where are you? And she, popped out from under my armpit, because she's short, but she was like, yeah. And I was like, you want to do this? She's like, yeah. I was like, okay, shit. And she's like, no, I wasn't going to let you do this one. I was like, fuck. And then she fucking dug the whole thing apart, took the ears off, and, she chopped up all the weird sinewy parts.
That's hilarious.
Oh, yeah, we were fucked, dude. And
you went ham.
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Ham? What? Is that some millennial thing?
You're stupid. You know what it means.
No, I don't. What are you talking? People
just keep going.
But we were all feeding each other. Me and Jenny kept feeding each other. Oh, I gotta try this part. Oh, this is weird. Check this out. It's rubbery. And by that point, everybody's like, you guys are weird. We just like the meat part. And we're just like, eyeball. The fucking eyeball's great.
Wait, suck the juice out of the eyeball.
Here's the ear canal. It's awesome. Oh god, the snout's amazing. And it was. It. And okay, so those 2 heads cost me $70.
Okay. I'll
pay that all day.
Right.
For the amount of.
Because technically you got 16 pounds of meat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking really good. And next time I do it, I'll probably do it in the oven.
Yeah.
Because I like the way that turned out, just braising it. And that was it was just great. It was just a great time all over. Okay. Really quick, I know this is a really long opening part, but we knew that was going to happen. Yeah. I made, because the vegetarian thing that we're doing during the week too, which is also a reason I didn't fuck with the pig, just because, and working. I needed a good 2 hours to be able to pick that thing clean. I made an ELT, eggplant, lettuce, and tomato. So, take eggplant, like I put it on a mandolin, sliced it 1/8 of an inch thick, marinated it for like 30 to 45 minutes, put the strips on a baking sheet, 225-degree oven for an hour and a half, and it comes out snap like pieces of bacon. Tastes like it. Fucking amazing. Like, you'd be amazed at how it tastes. So the marinating...
Sounds like the devil's sandwich.
Do you not like eggplant?
No.
Well...
And I don't like tomatoes.
Is it because it's a... Oh, right. Well,
I love lettuce, though.
Well, if you could have an ET. Phone home. ELO. Which technically there was onion on there, sweet onion.
Love onion.
So, the marinade was... have you ever had Bragg's Aminos?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about, though?
Yes.
It's like a soy sauce substitute.
Yeah.
So it was Bragg's Aminos, liquid smoke, molasses, brown sugar, and then maple syrup.
Oh, okay. So you got all those bacony flavors.
Right.
Yeah.
And you just let it sit. Dude, I was blown away at how good it was. And I made a ton of it because I was like, oh, this is not going to make a lot. And then fucking cut up 2 eggplant. And it was like, yeah, I got a zillion pieces of it. But for a person that doesn't like eggplant, I think you would like it because it literally was just like, you know how those alternate potato chips are?
Yes.
You know, that are like the taro root and all that?
Yeah.
It's like that. It had that texture.
Okay. So
but it tastes like bacon.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it was crunchy. Yeah, it wasn't like... That's why it was in for an hour and a half. It dried everything out.
Dry. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah, it was great.
That sounds great, man.
And then, what was the other thing? Oh, I went to Clavel finally. Clavel. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, rest in peace, Parts and Labor.
Yeah.
Pour some out.
Yeah, I went there and spent $200 once.
Yeah, we went there.
I was not happy.
We went there and celebrated me getting my new job. My parents took us. I don't think their bill was very cheap.
No, it was never very cheap.
Because my stepdad and I picked out our own steaks from the thing.
Well, then it was totally expensive.
But you know what pissed me off?
Hmm.
They fucking cut the steak.
Yeah, you don't do that.
No.
You don't cut somebody's steak.
Don't fucking cut my steak. Who the fuck are you?
Then
you know
it gets
I'm
cold.
glad you're closed. Just kidding. I'm not glad they're closed.
I've been hearing a lot of weird stuff about that place, and I don't know if it's unsubstantiated, so I'm not going to say anything about it. But I know they put a lot of money into it, and I don't think it ever made a profit, which really sucks.
That sucks.
But
like, it was really expensive, and I feel like Baltimore's not really the kind of place to have something that expensive.
I think Baltimore can handle it, but just not that high-minded and sort of force-fed. Like, I remember when they opened up, I was like, awesome, a fucking butchery. And then I went there and I was like, oh, I can't pay that. Like, that's unsustainable for me.
Yeah.
And even the rich people that could pay that aren't going to go there all the time because it's in the city.
I was going to say, they're not going to go to Howard Street. The furthest they'll go right now is Remington.
Right.
And that's new for them.
Right.
So,
but it sucks because I did like the food that I had there. It wasn't what I paid for it good, but, you know, we had cocktails, and that skewed stuff because each cocktail we didn't realize was like $16 or $17,
which is ridiculous.
Which is fucking way ridiculous. Yeah. But it still sucks because I do like the thought behind it.
Yeah.
And all that.
And I loved that giant pork rind.
Yeah. But anyway, I went to Clavel, and that was... You've been, right?
No.
Dude, you need to go.
Yeah, I need to go.
So, one, I had...
the thing on your phone, because it's really bugging me out.
Okay. I had a Sonoa Cerveza, which was a Tecate with lime juice and salt.
Tecate.
And I don't like Tecate, but this was fucking amazing. Like, because it was a little hot up at the bar, and I got this and I was like, holy shit, this is great. And then Leanna got a cocktail, and it's aged there. And off the top of my head, I can't remember exactly what the cocktail is, and it's going to drive me crazy. But they age it for 2 months. And the version they have is like, at this point, like over 1,000 days old. Oh. Because they let
a lot of days.
They let it get down to a certain amount, and then they just replenish it. And, you know, it acts sort of like a mother or like a sourdough starter kind of.
Okay, yeah.
So
SCOBY.
Yeah, exactly. SCOBY, a mother, same thing.
Yeah.
So that was crazy, and then their queso fundido was fucking amazing. Like, and we went out. It was because Crosby's been gone all week. Who broke his arm, broke his wrist last week. We'll get into that later. But yeah, day after he does the thing with me, he breaks his fucking wrist. You're gonna break your wrist tomorrow, Rebecca.
I hope not.
So we went out, and so of course we were off the vegetarian thing. I was like, I'm not paying for vegetarian food because
yeah.
I know that sounds stupid, but whatever. So we got the queso fundido with chorizo. It was awesome. We got a couple ceviches that were fucking great. And then I got 3 tacos, which was 2 tacos too many.
Yeah.
And then Leanna got 1 taco, but I got shrimp. I got it's like a pork taco, and then I got the huitlacoche.
Ooh, that's disgusting.
Which I'd never had before, and I was like, well, if there's a place to have it,
that's
probably here.
Oh god, it's so scary.
It was amazing. It just tastes. You wouldn't like it because it tastes like mushrooms. Because it's technically what it is. It's a fungus.
Fungi.
Right.
Funky corn.
Corn, right. It was a fungus corn.
Yeah.
But it was
corn.
It was beautiful, and then they put regular corn on top, and then
because it gets like big,
squash
right?
blossom.
It's like ballooned, right?
Yeah. But I think they chopped it up. Maybe. I don't know. I wasn't really picking through it too much, but and then they had some sort of crema in it. It was really, really good. It just tastes like a mushroom taco. It was awesome.
Interesting.
Yeah, and then the shrimp taco was awesome. I still got the pork taco upstairs. I'm gonna fuck that up tomorrow when I can eat meat again.
Word.
But yeah, service was amazing.
That sounds great.
We both got out of there. Drinks, food, which we ordered way too much of. $70.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's
the tacos
amazing.
were $3.25 a piece.
Even with tip?
With tip it was like 85.
Damn.
Yeah. So, but still, that's we over ordered food.
Yeah.
Like we ordered like I was doing a review.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you got like everything.
Yeah, and then
shit.
I had 3 drinks. Leanna had 3 drinks. $85.
Where
Fuck
is
yeah.
it at?
It's right by you.
Is it meal number 1?
No. It's it's not technically by you, but it's over by the auto bar.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like in that weird spot.
So like kind of like half Remington.
Half Remington.
Old Goucher.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Word.
It's a couple blocks down from like our house.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But it's cool. It was great. Here we go. We caught up?
I think so.
Okay. Awesome.
Bye,
See you later. Glad none of you are watching, you fucking dicks.